What is up, Garage Gym Revolution? It's Coach Evan here with another live masterclass. If you are here, you know what to do. Throw some likes into this. Let the other people know that we are here, we are live, and we are ready for today's live masterclass, Marketing to the Other 90%. As always, two things. If you are here watching live, go ahead and type live in the comments so that I can shout you out. I'm looking at the comments right now. And if you are watching this in the replay, go ahead and type replay so that I can follow up with you and see what questions you might have that we come across. Now, today's live training is going to be really interesting. And I want to tell you a little background as to why I'm covering marketing to the other 97% of people. And what you need to know is that about 2 weeks ago, it was 1 week ago on a Monday, I started reading a book that was gifted to me called Sell Like Crazy by a salesman slash author named Sabri Suby. And Sabri brought to my attention just how crappy of a job I was doing with my follow-up. And man, I got down on myself and I couldn't believe that I was letting so many leads fall through the cracks just because I'd heard no one time. And after feeling bad for myself for about 24 hours, I immediately decided to make a change, and I reached out to leads that I haven't spoken to in over 6 months just to check in on them. Because when it comes down to what we do in this business, if we really want to help people out, they are never not in our pipeline. They need to know that we will go the extra mile to make sure that they are successful. So I reached out to 40 people. I sent them a video message with my phone. It just said, "Hey, what's up? It's Evan. Haven't talked to you in a while, and I just wanted to see how 2020 shaped up for you. We chatted a couple months back. You expressed some interest in the Garage Gym Revolution, and I want to know if I can help you in any way in 2021. I hope all is well, now we can reconnect." Of those 40 messages, I got about 20 responses. 3 of those people became clients. Hold on, where we go? Hold on, where are we? Sorry, need that air horn. There we go. Right? Just by going back and doing really what it takes to market to the other 97%. Now, as I was reading this book further down the road, I came across something that was really interesting. And that interesting thing was this triangle, right? And so we can see that at the top 3% of our market, right, we've got people that are buying now. In the text leading you up to this live training, you see that I bring this down to the 3% of people who are ready and willing and able to buy from you now, usually your referral network. And everybody else is not ready. So the thing is, if we have 100 leads that we talk to, and you're the worst salesman ever, 3 of those people are ready to buy right now, and most likely you'll be able to sell those people on your services. But I'm not trying to have 100 conversations just to have 3 people buy. So the way that I market, the way that I nurture, and the way that I sell, the way that I close need to be refined for the other 97%. And I'm going to walk you through these 4 types of leads that are in your pipeline right now, and we're going to get clear on exactly how to formulate your messaging, your offers, and your processes to turn these friends and followers into leads and clients. If you are excited for this, drop a like. Let me see #excited in the comments, because this will change the way that you start to market yourself. And we talk about marketing and sales a lot in this program. And if you've been on with me in a one-on-one conversation, you know that I believe that there are 2 types of trainers in this world. Trainer 1 is always pitching their services and not providing any value to their market. Trainer 1 gets no clients from their efforts, right? Trainer 2 is on the other end of the spectrum, always providing value, always giving new, interesting ways to work out, interesting ways to lose weight, just value, and also not pitching their services to their audience. And this trainer also has 0 clients from their efforts. So we got to figure out a way to bridge the gap. And depending on where you live, right, where your audience lives, in the 3% or the 97%, right, you're going to have to figure out how to do both with delicacy, with an approach that lets people know that you are a high value trainer and one worth taking a call with, worth having an assessment with, and worth paying. So let's go over exactly what these 4 markets are and how you can start to market and formulate your offer so that you can close the 3, the 17, the 20, and the 60. So the first is obviously those people that are going to be the 3% who are ready to buy. This is what we call, hot traffic, right? Hot traffic is traffic that you own, that you do not have to fight for. Hot traffic is what you want, right? We know that with hot traffic, it tends to be our referral network, right? And this is usually the third thing that I bring up, but the hot traffic is the people who are just like, hey, Evan, I hear you're the best trainer in the city, and I have to get in on what it is that you're doing. Like, I need in your world right now, right? What do I have to do to get in the door with you, right? It is really imperative that with these type of leads, your response to them is immediate, right? If you have somebody who is calling you, asking for your service, right? This is a person that you need to be on the phone with immediately, right? Your referral network needs to be cared for like a child. It is really important. And this is where I see people falter a lot, myself included, right? I dropped the ball with a hot lead this weekend, and I'm kicking myself in the ass for it because this person was ready for my help right now, and I had a family issue come up. And I focus on my family. Naturally, family comes first, right? But I could have spent 5 seconds just to let this lead know, hey, I've got a family thing going on. I'm sorry I can't connect. Just know that you are the top of my list, and I really care about you, right? I did what I'm sure most people do when they have a hot lead. Oh, cool, they're interested. I'll get back to that. And that is the absolute worst thing you can do. The problem is that in general, the cold traffic, the traffic that we'll get into when it comes to the rest of the 97%, we're usually pursuing it aggressively, right? Like a date that we want to pursue. Like we want to do whatever it can to show our value so that they'll go out with us, so that they will understand like, hey, I am the partner that you've been looking for, right? And it's these leads that we're like, oh yeah, that's awesome, but maybe I can call you later. Like, no, I should have gotten this person in my door immediately, right? And so I dropped the ball with that. And the thing about that is I did not recognize the authority that I possessed that she was looking for. And that is really key for all of our hot traffic. Like, if somebody's coming to you, they assume that you are the pinnacle. You are the top of their game, right? The only thing that you can do is unsell this person. The only thing you can undo is unsell this person. And so if you have a person that's coming to you, that's hot traffic, I hear you're the best, and you don't call them, you don't send them a text, you don't do whatever you can to let them know, hey, I am the best, they are immediately going to respond with, maybe not, right? So our hot traffic, this 3%, is such a small amount of leads. We need to treat these like gold. These are our unicorns. We need to roll out the red carpet and do everything that we can to get them in the door. And so the marketing for your hot leads from your referral network, from this hot traffic, is really in the nurture process, right? Because hot traffic is hard to come by unless you've got 1 million followers, unless you are really watching this video and you're at the top of your game. What are you watching this for anyway, right? If you are the person that has a waiting list already, like, this hot traffic is a rare commodity, and you need to do everything that you can in your nurture process to bring them in as soon as possible, right? And we have a cadence in here, which we call the 14-day lead cadence, that allows people to know that, hey, we're going to do whatever we can to treat you with as much respect and as much value, and give you as much value during the process, even before you walk in the door, right? Hot traffic is so hard to come by. And when you find these unicorns, you need to snag them. Right? So marketing your hot traffic really comes down to the nurture process. Your texts, your emails, your videos that you're sending from people from 6 months ago, you need to make sure you're honing in on this, because the likelihood of you actually picking up those people from your Facebook posts, from your paid advertising, is really slim to none, right? So this is your most important aspect, because these people are going to buy 9 times out of 10. Right? If you are the authority and you let them know that you're the authority, they are going to have no opportunity but to buy unless you unsell them. So that brings us next to this other 17%, the next 17%. These are the info gathering people. Now, just this weekend, we have a client who is building a lot of momentum for his business. If you're watching this, you know who I'm talking to, right? And he had, for the second time, a person come in with her daughter and say, okay, after this, we're going to go see another trainer, and we're going to compare and contrast like what you have versus what this person has. And I told him immediately, the response for the nurturing of that conversation needed to be handled right then and there. Because if somebody walks out of your space, right, they're gathering information from you and they are still telling you, hey, I'm going to compare what you offer to somebody else, you haven't done the job that you need to provide as much value as possible to make them pay right then and there, right? And this is crucial. I use the analogy in our coaching today, right? When you propose to your wife, did she say, hey, I'm going to go see what the next best opportunity is? No. She cried and she was excited and she couldn't wait to marry you, right? And that is the kind of response that you want from people. And so this kind of traffic is warm, right? These people are problem aware and they're solution aware. So what that means is these people, maybe they want to lose 10 pounds. And maybe they also know that the solution to losing 10 pounds is fitness, nutrition, and accountability. So they know that to get past their pain points, to get them to their goals, what you have to offer is exactly what they're looking for, right? Warm traffic is good. Warm traffic are people that are doing their research online. They're looking at Yelp pages. They're Googling. They might be using SEO, right? That's why it's important for us to have a very broad a very broad social presence when it comes to our professional pages. We do not market with Yelp. We do not market with Nextdoor. We do not market with Thumbtack. But I can tell you right now, when I opened my garage gym, I had a Yelp page, I had a Thumbtack page, I have a Nextdoor page, I had a Facebook page, I had an Instagram page, I had a TikTok page, I had a Twitter page, every single thing. If you Googled my name, even though we didn't do SEO, if you were in the neighborhood for a personal trainer in our city, Culver City, you would see me pop up, if not the first, within the first 3 people, right? And that's only because I did the due diligence to make sure that if you were problem aware and solution aware, you knew that you needed a personal trainer that did fitness and nutrition and accountability, I was going to be your guy. Also really important for me to treat these people like unicorns or like very pretty horses. They're not the unicorns, but these are people that are also very, very valuable. And so I need to have a very strong nurture process that lets people know, hey, I want your business. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get your business. And because of that, they also need a killer offer, right? So I don't want somebody to walk into my gym and be willing to check somebody else out. Right? If they leave my gym and say, hey, I need to see what else is going on, it's because I have not given them an offer that they cannot refuse, right? So your 17% of informational gathering, warm traffic leads need a killer offer so that when they go to the next person, they're going to just think, oh man, what this dude does is not anywhere what Evan was offering me. The problem is if they leave the place, they are most likely going to pick the most recent trainer, because that's going to be the one that's on their mind, right? So even if they like take a step back, don't buy immediately, they're still going to think about all of the cool things that next guy offered, unless he unsold them, right? So I cannot rely on somebody else doing a crappy job, period, right? Which means I need to have a killer offer with all of these warm traffic 17% of people. I need people to walk away feeling FOMO, straight up. Right? If they do not feel FOMO, if they do not have scarcity and urgency when they leave this place, they probably will not buy. So formulating your offer during your assessment process is going to make it so that you don't end up with that same kind of, hey, let me just try this out. Hey, let me see what else is going on. No, you got to get started right now. This comes down to your sales process, and refining that sales process will make sure that people do not leave without buying. And these leads, this warm traffic, these can also be your friends and followers, right? So your friends and followers are just like, oh, hey, I know that Evan does fitness and I know he's doing this. Like, let's see what's going on. They still need a killer offer. They still need to be treated like royalty, like unicorns. They still need to be treated like I am not willing to not help them get results. Period, right? We tend to look at our friends and family as like people that we're willing to give a discount, but really it's the opposite. Those people need to be treated with so much value that they want to pay full price. These people need a killer offer. They need to know like, hey, I'm going to treat you better than a stranger will. And because of that, I'm not going to give you a discount, but I'm going to give you better results than anybody else. So 17% of your traffic is going to be info gathering people, your warm traffic, the people that need killer followers, and most likely many of the times it's going to be your friends and your followers. Now, the next level is 20% of people who are problem aware. Hey, I know I've got 15 pounds. I have no idea what I need to do about it. These are a little bit trickier. This is going to involve refining your message really, really aggressively. Just figuring out exactly how you communicate with a person who understands that they need to lose 15 pounds, but don't know if they should do CrossFit, or if they should do Pilates, or if they should do Noom and figure out a new diet plan. This is cold traffic, right? And understanding cold traffic is tricky because you're talking to strangers, right? Talking to strangers is a hard thing to do. How do you communicate to somebody who doesn't know who you are, doesn't know that the solution to their problem is what you offer, right? That involves understanding a killer solution to what it is that they are looking for, right? They need to think, holy crap, what Evan offers is not offered anywhere else. I've never seen this before. I have no idea that this is possible. I did not know that there's a personal trainer who runs a garage gym, who does semi-private personal training, who also does accountability, who also does nutrition, who also has a badass dog who I get to pet every day. Like, this solution to their problem needs to blow their mind. And really what it comes down to is a unique proposition, a unique selling proposition, right? What I am offering you is the thing that you need for your problem, period, right? So if you have a killer solution, whatever that might be, this is how you get cold traffic's attention. And the way that you position yourself is through your headlines and through your images, period, right? Most people are going to give you about 5 seconds of their attention. 5 seconds. If you've been watching this the whole time, man, more power to you. Thank you for being here. Drop me another hashtag live. Another arrow horn, right? Drop me some more, getting excited, fired up, leveled up, whatever it might be, because you are those special people who are willing to go the extra mile. Unfortunately, most people are looking for that magic pill. And so that cold traffic, these problem-aware people, they need that magic pill, right? And during our conversation, our coaching today, we brought this up. I don't want more from you to get better results. I actually want less, right? So if you told me that it cost me $100 to train with you 6 times a week to lose 10 pounds, or you told me it cost me $500 to train with you 1 time a week to lose 10 pounds, I'm going to pay you more money to train less. That's a killer solution. It's more money, but for me, that value of only having to train 1 time a week, right? That is worth training 5 less times. So I'm going to pay you 5 times as much. Does that make sense? It should, because I want a magic pill. That magic pill is a killer solution. So when you start formulating your offer, right, it needs to be sexy. It needs to be a magic pill, even though we know it's bullshit. Even though we know in the Garage Gym Revolution that there is no magic pill, there is no secret sauce, there is just the hard work. But you're not going to get me as a client by telling me about all the hard work that goes into the program. What you're going to get me is, as a client, is when you tell me, hey, this is the simplest, easiest to follow nutrition program. I'm going to hold your hand every step of the way. And to be honest, you only have to train 30 minutes a day, 2 times a week. Like, that is going to buy me. Because if I'm not struggling with money, I'm definitely struggling with bandwidth. I'm definitely struggling with capacity. I'm definitely struggling with my time, right? And most of us are going to struggle with one and or the other, finances and time. And so for your killer solution, it's not going to be necessarily be about the money. It will, for me, as a young professional with a wife, 2 businesses, and a daughter, this time is going to be what gets me to buy. And this is going to be most of your clients. I guarantee it. Unless you're selling to kids, right? Most of your clients are going to be parents. They're going to be strapped for time, and they're going to want the quick fix. You need to explain through your process, through your selling process, through your marketing efforts, that while there is no quick fix, this is the simple solution. This is the magic pill that's going to get you the results without having to do X, Y, and Z. Right? So you're going to see a lot of those in other people's marketing messages, which is like, I help moms and dads get this, without this. The without is usually the pain points that they are so commonly aware of, like spending hours at the gym, eating chicken and broccoli all the time. Those things, you can get me over that, right? You're going to have me as a client. And also this traffic tends to be organic, but also comes from paid. And by organic, I mean through your messaging efforts, through your email campaigns, through your text campaigns, through your cell phones, right? Just calling people and getting a feel for where they are right now, seeing what the common complaint is. Why can't people commit? Like, what is that complaint? I hear that constantly, time and time again. I can't get people to commit. Why not? Ask yourself, why not? And don't just ask yourself, ask them, right? Hey, we here in the Garage Gym Revolution, we have a 12-week training minimum. We have a 3 time a week training minimum. That is what it takes to work with me. That's why I'm the best. That is why you are here. That is why every lead that comes in here I treat like a unicorn, because these are our minimums. This is what it takes, right? If you can't commit to that, why can't you commit to that when everybody else can? We have the same amount of time in the day. We've got the same struggles, right? You have a different body, you've got different injuries, but don't worry, I'm the best. So why can't you commit? And when you ask your leads, even if the objection is real, even if they can't commit, you need to be taking notes. What is it that people are saying is a common complaint? They can't do the homework. They can't commit to this time frame. They can't commit to this. It's just an objection, right? But you need to figure out how to overcome it. And if it's a common objection, it's because of the sales process. It's not because it's real, right? All objections are just people asking you to work a little bit harder for their money, right? And you have to do that work. And if you know the objection ahead of time, it's going to make your life a whole lot easier. Let's go into the last kind of traffic. And this is the 60% of people that are not problem aware. I call this ice cold traffic. This is crazy. Now, it is easy for me, to those of you who are watching, to explain this, right? Many of you who are watching did not know that a solopreneur could make $30,000 to $40,000 a month from his garage gym with no real overhead, with no real skills, with a neighborhood that makes less than $35,000 on average per year. If you are not aware of how I came up with that number, go to justicemap.org, justicemap.org, type in your zip code, and then look at your income equality map within your neighborhood. I can tell you right now, from my zip code, the average income within a 2-mile radius is less than what I make, is less in a year than what I make in a month. How am I able to make $30,000 to $40,000 a month on my own, no employees, right, in a less affluent area? Ice cold traffic. How did I get my message out to these people so that they were hungry to buy, so that they were willing to get in the door, so that they would do whatever it takes to buy my services? And it's because of a killer message, period. My killer messaging helps that out. For those of you who are in the Garage Gym Revolution, discovering that this is possible for your own business. How many other people, if you came in through an ad, told you that you could make $30,000 to $40,000 a month on your own? Probably not a lot, because I don't know a lot of people that have done it, right? I know a lot of celebrity trainers, but that's not me. I know a lot of people that have 1 million followers on Instagram that are selling booty bands and that kind of stuff. That's not me. So how does a normal guy with less than normal muscles, right, end up doing this for his own business, right? That's a killer message. That was my first ad, a 15-minute video sales letter where I just walked you through my step-by-step process, the 4 things that you needed to know to run a successful business from your home. Everybody else was pitching online. Everybody else was pitching a brick and mortar. I spoke to personal trainers. I spoke to people who were doing it on their own. I spoke to the solopreneur, right? That killer message helped me connect with people in Missouri, with people in New York, with people in Florida, with people in Chicago. We've got over 30 clients in the Garage Gym Revolution right now, and they're all over the country. None of them knew who I was. I am not popular. On Instagram, I've got less than 1,000 followers. On Facebook, I've got less than 1,000 people in my group, right? That is not a lot of people, right? But the reason why they're there in the first place is because of the killer message. And you can do this with your business. You can reach your ice cold traffic, the people who aren't problem aware, didn't know that they even had a problem with their weight, didn't even know that they were weak, right? Let alone a solution for their problem, right? Let alone that you were the guy that came up with the solution that discovered their problem, right? That comes in your messaging, right? Refining your messaging, getting good at writing copy, getting good at shooting videos, getting good at going live. If you like, I have not posted all of the lives that I've done in here because most of them suck. I'll be honest. I get better and better every single time. I don't know how this is going, but it's going all right. Hashtag all right in the comments below. Let me know. Throw me another like. Throw me a love, right? But it gets better and better with process, right? And as you start to practice and refine your message, it becomes more apparent the people that you want to serve. And when you identify the right people to fill your niche, the right people to fill your business, that message gets better and better and better. Hashtag not bad. Thank you very much. Right? It gets better and better and better. So people turn into those unicorns again. Right? These people, as with most people, are actually going to come from paid traffic. Right? We got one more thing, which is why there's a little space right up here. Right? But if you can do this by paying for advertisement, you can get in front of thousands of people every single day. And if your message is sexy enough, if your imaging is sexy enough, right, all you have to do is get them to give you a small micro commitment. That micro commitment, join my group. That micro commitment, give me your email. That micro commitment, raise your hand if you're interested in learning about marketing the other 97%. If you're watching this right now and you've been with me from the get-go, you are good at those micro commitments. You are driven to be better in your business, right? And you are the kind of people that deserve to be in this kind of program. And those are going to be, when it comes to your message, the clients that you're looking for. Those are how you turn 97% of people into unicorns, into that 3%. It has to do with your messaging. So even with paid traffic, right? This is how you are going to get from a ice cold market to a hot can't wait to buy. Now, I saved the last for this because I wasn't sure where to put it, because in here, I tell you that people need social proof. And your ice cold traffic for sure needs social proof. They need to know that you're not a creep. My salesperson today just told me that we booked a call for somebody tomorrow whose husband thinks that we're scammers. And I said, awesome. I can't wait. Let's send them our pre-call assignment page. Our pre-call assignment page has a complete walkthrough of what it is that we do, right? If you have not seen our pre-call assignment page and you're not a client and you want to look at the inner workings of the Garage Gym Revolution's inner circle, just type in inner circle below and I will send it to you, right? Below the walkthrough is a laundry list of our testimonials, right? Video testimonials, photo testimonials, text testimonials, right? People who have made $90,000 a month, right? These people are in our pipeline and in our funnels because people who don't know us, they need this social proof. They need to know that you're not a scam artist. They need to know that what you do works for other people. And most importantly, with your social proof, they also need to know that they're not alone, period, right? They need to know that they're not special in the best way possible. Hey, you want to lose weight? So does everybody. Hey, you want to get stronger? So does everybody. Hey, you want to get out of pain? So does everybody who's in pain. Oh, you can't do it? Bullshit. Because here are all of my testimonials from people who I've helped lose weight, whether it's moms, dads, grandpas, kids, doesn't matter. Here's my laundry list, right? Oh, to get stronger, here's the PRs that we've sent. Oh, get out of pain, here are all the people that no longer take medicine, right? And so social proof, I say, is really important for the people that are problem not aware, the 60%, but really it's for everybody. Everybody needs to know that they are not special. Believe it or not. Most of the time, people are trying to figure out like that what you're doing can't work for them, right? They're trying to unsell themselves constantly, right? I can't invest in this because I am special. When the fact is, no, you're not. You are not special. And that is the best news ever, right? That is the best news ever, to not be alone in this world, right? So while I say not problem aware, people need social proof, it's everybody. Your referrals need social proof. Your problem aware people need social proof. Your 17% informational gathering people definitely need social proof, right? All these people need to know that what they're dealing with is a problem that can be solved and that you have the solution. And these are your 4 markets. And if you can figure out the nurture, the marketing, and the sales process for the 97%, you're going to turn all of your leads, all of your friends, all of your followers into those 3% of unicorns who are ready to buy from you right now. Evan Flock, thank you guys very much. Usually I do a sales pitch, but I'm fired up and it's dinner time for us in the Flock family household. So if you got value out of this, just go ahead and type #value below. I appreciate you being here with me live or on the replay. If you have any questions, just send me a message. I am happy to answer whatever I can. I will see you tomorrow for 2 Minute Tuesdays. Looking forward to it. Have a good rest of your evening.